Should we have a listen to what Luke's saying? You reckon that might be a go? Shall we have a listen to what old mate Luke Greiser? Is this an ad for coaching, sir? Could be. I don't mind if it is. I don't mind if it is. What's Luke saying? Let's have a listen.
I finally got a mount.
Yo, pro. Big leagues.
We are.
So this is the thing that Luke does sometimes, which is he'll just have a yap in his car on the way to school or whatever. Amy Kitsu, I definitely need to dive deeper into the YouTube side of cubing. It's against my own self-interest to have no idea what's going on in that space, lol. There's bits going on. There's bits going on. I feel like I'm always looking critically at cubing on YouTube because I feel like it's one of our biggest ways of being discovered. It's our biggest discovery route in. It's not competitions. It's the content. The content is how people can get in. And that's something that really interests me. Anyway, what's Luke saying?
And 4 days out from U.S. Nationals, which is Cubing USA All-Stars.
Ooh, the All-Stars, true.
I'm going, duh. And
Duh.
I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. Life has recently gotten in the way of cubing.
Yeah, it does that. It does that. The older you get, the harder it is to do anything.
And yeah, that's just how it is sometimes. I started college. I am now a business owner and a manager at the business that I own.
Oh, okay.
I'm also a coach. If you want coaching, let me know.
Ad.
But like having to balance school and work and cubing and everything, like, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things had to take a back seat, and cubing has kind of been that thing.
Valid.
But I mean, like I said in my World's Instagram post, like, I'm not done. I got 4 more years left. Well, I don't know how long I got left.
I was about to say 4 more years. Why? That's one more term. 4 more years for Luke Greiser. 4 years seems a bit arbitrary, but then he immediately clarified. So fair enough.
But I'm not done. Nationals is the next thing that I'm worried about. So
that you're focused on. Let's change this negative language, Luke. On prep, let's change this negative language. Let's reframe that to the next thing I'm focused on, not the next thing I'm worried about.
I don't know. I'm gonna switch up prep for nationals this year, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about.
Prep me. Let's go.
Phil and I came up with an interesting idea of, like,
Juice.
What would happen if speedcuber actually trained like an athlete?
And they should, like the Chinese do.
And so I'm gonna take the next 9 weeks and do that to myself.
I'm interested to hear where this goes.
Well, 10 weeks technically if you include this one.
I do. Carry on.
But over the next 9 weeks, I'm going to be making a schedule for myself for cubing.
Nice.
Lifting.
Nice.
And I'm going to be following a decently strict diet.
Nice.
So the purpose of that is, like, if you lift and eat foods that are good for your health.
And get sleep. Don't forget to sleep.
It improves your cognitive function. And if your cognitive function is improved, obviously that's like half of what cubing is. Cubing is a very, very mental sport.
Hell yeah.
And
I like that it's becoming just common parlance now to talk about cubers as athletes and to talk about cubing as a sport. Well, that works for me.
Is, training for cubing. So
Duh. It did me twice.
The lifting and the diet is for cognitive function and just personal well-being. And then
this is a big mind shift thing. It's like, my coach had a big yap to me as well about the gym and everything like that. It's about how sleeping is training. like recovery is as much part of the process as lifting the weights up. If you don't focus on recovery and nutrition, you're missing a huge part. You can't just lift all day. You'll just wreck yourself. You won't get any bigger. You won't get any stronger if you're not doing the things that support the lifting. So yeah, same with the and then he's saying that, you know, these things that improve your cognitive function, make you feel better, make your brain work better, make your thoughts clearer, are gonna work for cubing. This is big. This is smart.
Part is going to be very different. So, whenever I coach people, I am very much like, I push drills for sure. So like, let's take this kid who I met with this morning. His name is Tommy. Watch out for him, by the way. Tommy Lynn from either Australia or New Zealand. I can't remember which one.
First of all, rude. First of all, Luke, rude. It's not a name I recognize, so I'm going to guess Australia.
But he's going to be a freaking beast because his turning is absolutely amazing, and he's been cubing for like 6 months or something.
Tommy Lynn, did he say? He's from the UK. Can't find him. Never mind. I probably shouldn't look him up anymore.
Averages like high 10.
What? 6 months high 10?
It's gonna be crazy.
Get out of town.
He started working with me. That's not even biased. Like, I'm not even saying that because I'm coaching him.
Yes, like, you are.
This kid has potential, even if I wasn't coaching him. But
okay.
He came to me for coaching, and I gave him a daily routine thing. I gave him two options. I was like, I can either give you a bunch of resources and you can do your own daily routine, or I can make one specifically for you. He was like, okay, I'll take
like getting a program from your coach at the gym.
Resources. So I gave him resources, and I said, okay, these are the best resources for cross, for F2L, for last layer, last slot, last layer, everything. And he takes a couple like days, and his mom texts me and is like, hey, just the resources are a little overwhelming for Tommy. Can you please give him a regimented schedule? And I was like, yeah, for sure.
You've got to, part of that, with great resources comes great scheduling responsibility. Butchered that. But yeah, it's overwhelming to just give someone a load of stuff, because they're just like, oh God, where do I start? It's like being in uni or college or whatever and getting all the books off your reading list and being like, oh God, like what? Where do I go? What do I do? Where do I start? And then in my experience, I just be like, I'm gonna read none of them. That's a good way to approach this. Let's read none of them until somebody tells me to read one of them. That's why I dropped out of uni twice. Well,
so then I remembered what his strengths and weaknesses were, and then I came up with a daily schedule for him based on what was going well for him that over the last month. And then we met this morning, and I took a look at his solves. His turning had improved so much. So the way that I scheduled it was, I was like, okay, warm up, look ahead, inspection, look ahead, and then turning. So I
imagine practicing inspection
for all of those, and then like the warm up was 10 minutes. The other 3 were all 15 minutes. So I was like, okay, you're turning. Like, he's very talented when it comes to turning, obviously. So we're gonna take the turning, and we're gonna make him train it less, and then we're gonna take the look ahead and efficiency, and we're gonna make him train it a little bit more.
It's really like a program at the gym. It's like, warm up, get your body moving, get your body ready. And then you're focusing on sets in the gym. You're focusing on specific parts of your body. And then in cubing, you're focusing on specific parts of your solve. This is great.
I'm basically going to be a coach for myself, because ever since Nats 2023, I have been not doing those isolation individuals stuff. I haven't been doing any of that.
This is so common though. This is so common. Like, taking your own advice is really hard. Taking your own advice is really difficult. And like, because I always perform better in terms of like the stuff that I'm, sort of professional at, I suppose, which is like, marketing and stuff. Marketing and Shopify websites and all that kind of thing. Like I do much better work for other people than I do for myself, because it's hard to take your own lessons and apply them to yourself. And I also do better at the gym under a coach than I do under my own volition, because if it's under my own volition and my own direction, I'll be rubbish. I just won't go. I won't be efficient. I won't do stuff properly. But if you have someone else sorting it for you, it's great. And then if you can apply that to yourself, it's really, really powerful. So what's really interesting is I go to my job and I do I'm a marketing manager, so I do a bunch of their marketing, and genuinely I do stuff and I'll be sitting there thinking, this would work for the store. I should do this for the store. Why am I not doing this for the store? I'm able to come up with this stuff. Why am I not applying it to my own stuff? That's so weird. And I'll write it down and I'll be like, okay, I get to do it. I guess I'll do that then, But yeah, different perspective is very, very good. I feel like that's what's happening with Luke here as well.
And slow turning every now and then for look-ahead purposes. And somehow it worked for NAC 24. But, like, honestly, people underperformed, and that's why I got third. But I mean, I still got third. Like, I'm very happy with the fact that I got third. I think that my hard work paid off because I didn't overperform. I performed like to my level when other people underperformed. So I still think I deserved it, but other people
deserved it on the day for
did
sure.
Underperform, and that was evident at Worlds when I got a similar average. I got a 605 instead of a 611. And I got 12th at Worlds instead of, third. So
third at Worlds was tough.
Competition is obviously doing something that I'm
tough
not.
ask.
So we're gonna see how this goes, because if this goes well, this could be a stepping stone for the future of speedcubing. What I want to accomplish is, like, as a coach, I want to get people who are committed to being full-time cubers eventually. I want people who want to speed cube for a career. And then
hell yeah. This is such an exciting point in speedcubing, I think, with Western coaches starting to take coaching more seriously, and with the cubing community, I think, starting to accept coaching as a real thing that is A, worth paying for, B, valid, and like C, just not an extra expense, not a waste of money, because it's like, why would I pay someone to coach me when I can just learn myself like everyone else? It's just like, no, you don't understand what coaching is. You're grossly underestimating and undervaluing what coaching is. You can achieve much greater things if you have someone looking after how you practice, so that you can focus on the right practice.
I come in.
I think that's exciting.
Part of my actual job is finding out a way where that can actually happen. So this is a call to action for all of you watching.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
And if this doesn't apply to you, just, enjoy listening to what I think is gonna happen to the future of speedcubing. I want to coach people very similarly to what I'm doing to myself over these next 9 weeks. I want a cuber to be an athlete. Like, I want cubers to train like athletes. I want them to eat like athletes. And I want them to have a scheduled routine, because that stuff doesn't exist yet. There is no scientific research for what's the best routine for speedcubing. So,
and it's also he's also in a good space to be working this stuff out, because he's starting to see the reality of what it is to not be a high schooler cubing. Having all that time to cube just doesn't exist when you get to a certain age, and that needs to be taken into account into how you structure someone's coaching.
I'm just gonna have to be the one to do it. So yeah, I'm experimenting on myself the next 9 weeks. and then we'll all see the results that happen at nationals. I might start a vlog series, like
hell, I would watch.
And I've said that so many times, but I might actually start a vlog series since I have a 30-minute commute to school every day. And I'll just make an update every
That's
Friday
a big commute.
or something. That doesn't sound like a bad plan.
The vlog's a great plan. The vlog's a great plan. I'm here for the vlog about this 100%. I'm here for the vlog about this plan 100%. I'm in, Luke.
But yeah, I'm experimenting on myself for the next 9 weeks. We'll see how it goes. And if you want to be a cuber/athlete, DM me. All of my coaching and everything is unlisted because I was getting too many requests. So
that's good.
If you want coaching, DM
Love
me and
that.
I'll hit you up with the link. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. God bless. Have an amazing rest of your day.
That's exciting and very interesting given where we are with cubing, where a lot of our big name cubers are going at the moment in terms of life. You know, a lot of them are not aging out, but aging up into still a high performing space, but also just like thinking, and I love this. I think this is, you know, as much as we talk about the toxicity in cubing sometimes, and we've just literally talked about it in that video from Cube, I'm loving the sort of kind of like paternal role that some of these older cubers are taking. They're just like, all right, I need to kind of actually reflect on my cubing career and think about two things. One, how can I continue my cubing career when being competitive is no longer valid? And two, how can I make it easier for the next generation to get as good as I was and better than I was? Because a coach, I think this is another thing that people forget about coaching is a coach doesn't make you as good as they are. A coach's job is to make you better than they are. You know? That's something that I think we forget. And should be taken seriously. Well, I really enjoyed that from Luke. Love to see it. I love to see a bit of sort of mature thinking into what is my spot? What is my space here? And Luke's obviously still competitive. He's not at that stage yet where he's not competitive, but he's thinking about that. He's already said 4 years, I'm probably out the game. So what next? How am I involved in cubing after that? You know? And I really am encouraged to see people thinking about that stuff.